2018, even before the All-Rounder played his last competitive match in the Caribbean Premier League, he launched Jacob's Jewelry and Pawn Shop at Pike Street Kitty, Georgetown. It was little fanfare then, but now it has grown to one of the most popular jewelry establishments supported by millennials. He wants to challenge other young players to think big and be smart in investments they make.
Well, this is something I actually planned while I was playing. But then you look at persons like the Leonard's coach, the Ramner ones, you see these persons after finish playing cricket, they establish themselves as entrepreneurs. And also too, if you look at sportsmen who got into business after they finished, they are successful because sports, in a sense, teach you a lot, right? It's a discipline, and you have to be disciplined if you want to succeed in sport and in life in general. So what I did from then is actually use what I have learned in cricket and just put it into the business aspect in terms of being disciplined, in terms of adapting to any condition, in terms of challenging myself to get better and do better. So what we want to do here also too is to challenge other sportsmen, and not only sportsmen, like anybody, to don't hold back in your dream, pursue it, but discipline is very, very important.
Quite contrasting to the 30-year-old playing days is how lucrative the sport has become. Some Guyanese players earn as much as US $1 million for just one season in Indian Premier League. That translates to just $200 million Guyana for about 2 months playing time.
And one of the things that I have recommended is, to have that financial advisor, especially when you're making, those lucrative packages you're having in the IPLs right now. You have a financial advisor, and also you have a role model. So I mentioned just two names that you can actually look up to. You can go to them and ask them business questions, but I'm sure that they're open to help. That's for the younger, the younger men, the Hetty Myers, the Rutherfords, the Kimo Pauls, persons that are coming up and making these type of monies. So actually, take a page from, their books, and also challenge yourself to get to where those persons are. I'm sure they would, be willing to help.
The former West Indies under-19 captain has done his dues by supporting sport, as he has signed budding talent Kevin Sinclair as the brand ambassador in 2020.
The private sector plays a very, very integral part in terms of, promoting sportsmen and women, because we know that sports, it does a lot, right? When it comes to networking, all of this. None of this would have been possible without Stephen Jacobs being a cricketer, right? So I adopted Kevin Sinclair because I saw, he has the potential, and young cricketers would need that help going forward. If it's any advice, if it's business advice, if it's financial help, so that they can go to the next level. They don't have to worry about certain things other than concentrating and playing their sport and excelling, right? So I would now challenge other business entities to get on board with with sportsmen and women in sports in general, because it plays a very, very solid part in the country's development.
From a business standpoint, his early success has become a motivator for the family man, and more ambitious goals are on the radar.
We're specializing in handmade jewelry, we're specializing in customizing pieces, but we do have, a lot of pieces in our showroom here, as you can see. And then we'll have watches, silver pieces, perfume, because we wanted, like I said, we wanted to expand. But when it comes to quality, we thrive on that, and we try to put out the best. Customers at different times might not like their finish, but what we do in that case is bring it back, try and make them feel satisfied as much as possible. So we challenge ourselves every time to just get better and keep improvement, because as time goes, there are different equipment and technology that will have to be added to our shop to have that unique finish.
The vision is to establish more branches around Georgetown, around Guyana, and ultimately globally. Jacob's diverse skills in business are already prevalent since he's entered into construction business with First Change Builders Inc., where his partner is national captain Leon Johnson. For the newsroom, Akin Green.